Hello, this is Dr. Teresa Smith, Dr. TAS. I am the host of Talk with TAS, and I hope that you're ready for a treat today. I am so excited. I get to welcome guys. You just don't know what you're in for. You're in for a treat. Maurice,
How you doing?
Maurice. I am doing so well. I'm telling the guys, they in for a treat today. In for a treat. Well, be still my heart. Be still my heart. Well, guys, it's Maurice. Now, Maurice knows why I'm saying that. Maurice. Maurice,
Yeah.
I am so glad to have you with me. I'm in the Carolinas. I got to say that first of all. So you're a Southern guy, and I'm a Southern girl.
Okay.
And I know that you got a little connection with North Carolina, and I'm going to use that as our jumping off point. I read somewhere as I was prepping for this show that you opened for KC and JoJo,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Joe to see.
Yeah. When I was in the military, I continued my music, my musical experiences, and we opened for Casey and JoJo in Columbus, Georgia.
In Columbus, Georgia. And now you also opened for Keith Sweat.
Mm-hmm. I opened for Keith Sweat in Jackson, Mississippi a few years back.
Just a few years back,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And Ice Cube,
Ice Cube also, back in the day. Matter of fact, I was in Columbus also. Ice Cube, High Five when High Five was out. Um, Yo Yo, uh, back in the Yo Yo days, we opened up for Yo Yo. I was in the military when I did that, but I continued to pursue my music career even after high school into the military, and yeah, we opened up for a few people at big shows.
well, now you're from, is it Kareem? Pronounce Louisiana, pronounce the city in Louisiana. You don't want to mispronounce it.
I'm from. I was born and raised in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Oh, I can say Lafayette.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Lafayette, Louisiana. But I currently live in Karen Crow, Louisiana, which is kind of like it's on the outskirts of Lafayette. It's like a
Suburb.
suburb of Lafayette.
Okay.
The country part of Lafayette. Like once you leave Lafayette, it's a smaller part of a little country town and stuff.
Well,
We
now
have a
I
we have a we have one Walmart and maybe, but I mean, but this to get to the mall is like right up the road. So Lafayette is like maybe 5 minutes away from here. So, we're still kind of, not deep in the country.
well now don't make fun of me. Where my parents live, there is a caution light.
Okay.
We used to have a Walmart in our county, but we don't have a Walmart in our county anymore. So
Okay.
I guess well, my parents are really in the country, but that's nothing wrong with that.
No.
There's good things that come out the country now.
Yeah, especially women.
Oh, absolutely. Now I'm on springboard now because you see, you got this new hit that, as I told you, we have been prepping, guys. We've been talking all the time. I've been talking to Maurice because I need a sponsor, and I said, Maurice, I said I believe my mama gonna like this song. So for those of you who hear me talk about mama, I put mama on the phone last night. I said, Mama, listen to this. She said, No, what is that? I said, It's Maurice. She said, No, what is he saying? He wants to sponsor you. She said,
Right.
Okay. He wants to treat you better than what your ex did. I said, Do you
That's
like
right.
it, Mama? She said, I like that. I said, I know you would, Mama. I said, I told him that my mama gonna like this song. And she does. And I loved it when I first heard it. And
Thank
guys,
you.
those who know me, I don't like anything the first time I hear it. But when I heard it, I love the music. But Mama always taught me the words had to say
Right.
something. And your
Right.
words say something in this song. So can you tell me what inspired this track?
Well, you know, um, when you in the club and stuff like that, when guys are in the club and you see an attractive young lady, one of the sayings is, "Man, I'd love to sponsor her." And basically, what my song represents is just you see a beautiful lady in the club, like my song states, and
Mhm.
you just want to get to know her. You wanna take care of her. You wanna sponsor her. I mean, you wanna be able to take her out to dinner. Give her some of the finer things. Do some of the things that her ex-boyfriend didn't do. Um, it's not basically saying, I wanna buy your love, like I say in the song, but it's just I want to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? I want to be there for you, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? I want to go on trips with you. I want to show you off. I want you to show me off.
Yeah.
Because even though I'm sponsoring you, you can sponsor me also at times. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We go out to dinner one night, instead of me pulling out my card to pay for it,
Like
maybe
it.
she could say, "Hey, I got you tonight. You
Mhm.
sponsoring me tonight. You taking care of me tonight." You know what I'm saying? So that's what the song represents, just taking care of you. Even if you want to be the independent type of female, it's just let me just take care of you. Let me show you a good time. And that's what the song represents.
And welcome, New Chance. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's, when I listen to it, it's a feel good, sensual, I'm sorry, guys, it is sensual,
Hmm.
sexy song that resonates, from the beats. I'm not a musical person, so I can't talk technical terms, but for me as a layperson, from the beats to the lyrics to the way you deliver it, the mix, all of it, it just makes you feel good. And it's like, somebody cares about me. And
Right.
that's the feeling that I got when I listened to it. And so, growing up in Louisiana, I know there's a lot of different cultural influences. What helped to shape your sound and your approach to music?
Hmm. um. Of course, Zydeco is one of the main musics, one of the genres that people listen to in South Louisiana, um, from New Orleans to Baton Rouge, but especially where I am, which is only, I want to say I live maybe 15 miles from Opelousas, Louisiana, and that's what we call the birthplace of Zydeco. And of course, Zydeco is playing music with the scrubboard and the accordion and stuff. Um, so I mean, I've been listening to that. I've been listening to blues. One of my favorite. I grew up listening to this music with my mom, and I still remember the songs. Ronnie Laws. I don't know if you ever heard of Ronnie Laws, but he's a jazz artist, and I've grown up listening to him. So I mean, it's just a combination of different musicians, different musical genres that I've listened to that always been instilled in me, and I just decided to, I'm getting up in age, so I was like, you know what, let me go Southern Soul. I started listening to a couple of Southern Soul artists, and I was really feeling it. And when I got the track for Sponsor You, that wasn't the first Southern Soul song I did. Actually, the first one I did was called I Don't Know What It Is, and I didn't release that one yet. But when I wrote to it, I was feeling it so much, and I was like, I like this. So I wanted to continue, with the Southern Soul type of music and stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm walking in my kitchen one day, and because I'm a spontaneous writer. I write music. I'm not the type of guy that can just go in the studio and say, okay, let's write a song, da da da, and start writing. It has to be that moment. It has to. I can wake up at 2 in the morning and think about something when I went to use the restroom. Think about something, and what I do is I write it down or I record it on my phone. And when I wake up the following morning, I'll continue to write it. So I was just walking in the kitchen and I started humming to myself, "Sponsor you, sponsor, sponsor," and I was like, okay, and it just grew from there. And I put it together. I think I wrote the song in about maybe 3 days, which for some people that may seem long, but when I get when I get a brain freeze and I can't think of the lyrics, I like it to just come naturally. So I may not write another line until I'm in Walmart doing something and it hits me while I'm in Walmart, and I'll just jot down the rest of the lyrics. And that's where excuse me, that's where I went when I came to sponsor you, man. And it's just, I just love doing music of all types. I I'm very flexible when it comes to music. I can do just the traditional R&B, or I can do the Southern soul. I used to rap, so I've been doing it all. So it's my time right now when it comes to Southern soul.
And I agree with that. And thank you so much, Cyrus Webb, for joining us. And it is your time, and I'm glad that you said it and you recognize it, because I didn't realize that you actually wrote the lyrics for the song.
Oh
And
yeah.
that leads me into my next question. I can see the influence of Southern soul and that storytelling and the emotional honesty that comes with Southern soul.
Mhm.
Now, because you said in the club, you guys be like, I want to sponsor her. So did you infuse some of your own personal experiences and emotions into writing this particular song?
Let me think.
Okay, don't reveal something that you shouldn't reveal now, Maurice. Maurice, now.
No, no. I mean, because I mean, we were all single at one time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say yeah. And then of course we have friends. A lot of some of my songs, it may not be something that I experienced, but it may be something that a friend of mine experienced. Something that a family member went through, and I
Yes.
just wrote. I just wrote based on what he went through or what she
Mhm.
went through. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Um, so it comes from different places. When I write my music, it comes from different experiences.
Well, you talk like a true artist, because I know I'm a cook too. I'm a Southern cook, but I
Okay.
have, cook a little healthier. But, I think about the Southern flavor and how when we talk and we eat and we come together, we get all those different stories. And it's just think about it like a buffet. I'm tasting this, I'm tasting that. It all influences what I then cook and how I, do my recipes. So you're being very honest when you talk about the fact you do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, and it feeds
Hmm.
into how your creative mind begins to operate. Now, and all of that just kind of leads me into this, Maurice. Now, you were
Okay.
ex-military. Now, what branch of the military were you in?
I was in the army, and by the way, I can't see you, but it's fine. You could just keep flowing the way you flowing.
Well, Maurice, when you go back and look at this, you're gonna say, "Oh, she was enjoying herself."
I hope you
Because
were.
I can see you, but I understand that you can't see me. But you're gonna say, "Oh, she was having a great time," and I am. So you
Got
were in the army,
I,
okay?
I was in the army. I was stationed in Columbus, Georgia, right outside of Phoenix City, Alabama. I was there for about 5 years. In fact, I was stationed there at the same time. We were friends. Unfortunate what happened with him, and but I was stationed there and friends with Michael Tyler, aka Mystical. We
Mhm.
both deployed to Desert Storm, and both did time in Columbus.
Hmm. Well, I was going to say thank you so much for your service. I didn't know that you were in Desert Storm.
Hmm.
My uncle was in the army,
Okay.
and he was he was a Vietnam veteran.
Okay.
And so I just have a special place for military, but particularly army.
Right.
And so thank you so much for your service.
You're welcome.
And, you know, you were performing even then, but
Hmm.
there's been a transformation, and it seems like that's been a big part of your career, because you didn't let go of your dream. And as you said, this is your season now. What has been your biggest personal or maybe musical transformation, and how has it influenced your current sound?
Um, I really think switching over to Southern Soul. At one point I started doing music when I got out of the military and moved back home. I hooked up with Roy Anthony, Chip, aka Chip, and with Mo Hits,
Mhm.
and we were just doing traditional R&B and stuff. And then I was on the road with him. You know, him and his brothers had a group, Legit, called Legit, and I would go on to Oklahoma and Houston and do shows with them and stuff like that. And I just took a break from music just to I guess to handle business as far as the family and stuff like that, career wise and stuff. And I just took a break from it. And I had different friends. Marcus Allen was one of my close friends, and he was like, "Oh, he's still a close friend.
Mhm.
He's an attorney out here." And he was like, "Man, you need to do one more, man. You need to get back in it. You need to get back into the music. You need to do it, man." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good, man. I'm giving it up, you know, because I'm a grandfather. You know, I'm gonna play with my grandson, and you know, do what I do what grandparents do and stuff." And he was like, "Man, I'm telling you, man, you really need to get back in there." And I think once he said that, and a couple of my other friends started, like Wendell Glover, who's a producer out here. He made reference to me getting back into music and stuff. And I said, you know what? That's that's what I'm going to do, and that's what really, you know, made me get back into it. Um, Seeing some of these other new guys in the Southern Soul, Antonio Armani, who's from Columbus, love his sound and stuff like that. He's from Columbus, Georgia, um, and just other artists out there. Ronnie Bell, seeing him perform, uh, you know, I just decided to get back into it, and I'm just jumping head first into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to make the transformation and do what I do. And I have other tracks written and ready to drop, but right now we just gonna feed you, sponsor you for right now, get you full on that, and right when you think you can't eat anymore, then we're gonna give you I don't know what it is, and we're gonna give you Slow It Down, and we're gonna give you Big Mama's House, and we're gonna give you just other stuff that we have just waiting, you know, just waiting in the dugout to come out.
Well, Maurice, um, playing off that Southern food too. Now, don't give us too much now, Maurice, because you got all, because you know, sponsor you is it's a hit. And like I tell a friend of mine, you know, if I say it's a hit, it's a hit. It's a
Well,
hit.
let me tell you, next month, on the 22nd, I know you've heard the words to it, but we're gonna give you some visual because we're gonna shoot the video on the 22nd of November in New Orleans, and I think it takes about 5 days for them to edit everything and put it out. So I'd say 5 to 6 days after the 22nd, we're gonna drop the video for sponsor you.
Well, Maurice, please let me know. I made a note. I'm gonna put it on my calendar. But you
Okay.
know, I'm telling you, really, please let me know. Well, when it drops.
You'll be one of the first to know. I
Thank
promise you.
thank you, cuz and then you know I'm gonna send that to mama so that she can actually see it, because then she's gonna be like, oh, because I can only imagine what it's gonna be like. Because I heard you drop in there real smooth with it, because I know how these southern men will do it. That you a grandfather.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a grandfather. Yeah.
Oh, all
Believe
right,
it or
guys.
not. Believe it or not.
So that means you got a secret that we might have to bring you back on to talk about another time when we're not talking music,
A
because you're
secret.
taking care. Yes, a secret. You're taking care of your body. You look good. And you telling me you're a grandfather? We got to get that secret.
Well, you know, I mean, black don't
We
crack. So I mean
don't.
that's part of it, especially down south. You know, our southern people, even though we eat bad and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Monday through Friday, chicken breast, salad. I mean, the only time I splurge is on the weekends, you know. So, um, just to be candid, yes, I try to eat healthy, and of course I work out at least 5 to 6 days a week. Um, I've always been athletic. Used to box in the military when I was in the army. I was a combat medic, but after the war, I made the boxing team in the army, and so I was always athletic. Played football in high school. Um, Always athletic. So I just do what I can do. Drink a lot of water, eat good food, listen to good music, um, and just try take care of myself, you know, especially being a black male, you know, with getting regular checkups, you know, don't be ashamed to go get your prostate
Yeah.
checked. Go and do that colonoscopy. You know,
Mhm.
just take care of yourself. Just go to the doctor, you know. If you feel like if you start feeling a pain in a certain area where you shouldn't, don't just blow it off. Go check it out, because I know a lot of people who blew it off,
Mhm.
and eventually they went and checked it out, and some of them went check it out too late, and some of them were able to you know, get to the root of the cause in time. So, you know,
Well,
that's my advice
Maurice,
for black men.
well, thank you for giving that advice. And I'm going to be sharing that advice forever, because you're saying the things that I say all the time. And I don't know, and it's not just black men, but there's black men, but sometimes black women too, and just people in general.
Hmm.
Like you said, we'll get a pain. And I tell people, like when we were children, you get a pain and the people were okay. But
Hmm.
now you get a pain and you wait too long. Like you said, sometimes people are checking out, but that they'd have went to the doctor earlier,
Right.
they would have been able to take care of it. But
Right.
folks just, they just don't do that. And thank you for putting that plug in about the prostate, because it is really serious, and particularly in African American men, that they
Right.
go and get their prostate examined, get the test. It's a blood test, a PSA, guys.
Hmm.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
So thank you so
That's
much
it.
for sharing that, because for us as black people, sometimes when you hear it from another male, it makes the difference. Your
Hmm.
wife, your sister, the doctor can tell you, but when you hear it from another black male, then it begins to be okay. Maybe I should do that. So thank you so much for sharing that with the audience, because it's so important.
You're
Now,
welcome.
Maurice. Now, when is my song Sponsor You dropping?
The song is gonna drop on October 24th. So in another week and a few days. What's today's date? Yeah,
Today is the
today is the
19th.
19th. So next week, next Thursday, I think the 24th. It'll drop at midnight on the 24th.
And where can people get the song at, Maurice?
The song will be on Spotify. It will be on iTunes. It'll be on Amazon Music. It'll be on Pandora. So if you have these subscriptions to these different music different music platforms, Samsung Music, YouTube Music, it'll be on there. You can just go and download it from those different platforms.
Oh, Maurice. And guys, when you hear the song, you'll know he knows why I'm saying Maurice, Maurice. He'll know why I'm saying. He knows why I'm saying. Then you guys will figure out why I'm saying it. And Maurice, it has been such a joy to have you on my show today. You are just such an inspiration, and I am so happy for your success. I cannot wait to see what is coming.
Thank you.
Please tell my audience how they can stay in contact with you.
You can go on Instagram, Maurice337 Music. I'm on Facebook at Maurice337 Music page. TikTok at Maurice.music.page, and of course YouTube, Maurice fan page 337. I can also be reached at area code 337-298-7693 if people want to get in touch with me for any questions, other interviews, future bookings. They can reach me, like I said, at 337-298-7693.
Well, Maurice, it has been my pleasure. I'm going to hold you to me getting a copy of that video. Nope, you guys are
Oh,
filming November 22nd.
you
So I'm going to hold you
will
to
you
that.
will get a copy.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a behind the scenes video.
Please do, because I'll put it out there.
I already know.
You know the deal. I will put it out there. Again, Maurice, I have enjoyed having you on my show today. I cannot wait to see where everything goes, because I know this song it's a hit, as I said, and
Thank
I cannot wait to see your success. And I'll be listening, waiting for that next song to drop too, because I
you.
know you'll let me know when that's going to drop too.
We will be keeping in touch.
All righty then, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Talk with Taz show. As always, remember before you take care of anyone else, you got to make sure you take care of yourself first. And as Maurice says, take care of your body so that you can enjoy life. Until
Yeah.
next time, bye now.